Hi, welcome to How Tech Works. Today we're going to look at something that affects all of us, whether you're into technology or not, how tech has changed over the last 30 years. It's changed everything. From how we communicate and learn, to how we work and play, technology has completely reshaped the way we live our everyday lives. Now, 30 years ago takes us back to the mid-1990s. Back then, the internet was a brand new idea for most people. If you had internet at home, you were probably using a dial-up connection. That meant plugging your computer into the phone line and listening to a long screeching noise before you could get online. And once you were connected, it was painfully slow. Web pages were mostly text, maybe a few low-quality pictures, and if someone picked up the phone in the other room, you got disconnected. Today, we're using broadband, fiber optics and 5G networks. These technologies give us internet speeds hundreds of times faster than dial-up, and they've made it possible to stream movies in high definition, make video calls, and download large files in seconds. The internet went from a slow, niche tool to something that powers almost every part of modern life. Let's talk about computers. In the 1990s, a typical home computer had maybe 4 megabytes of RAM. RAM stands for Random Access Memory, and it helps your computer run programs. To compare, most smartphones today have at least 4 to 8 gigabytes of RAM. That's 1,000 times more. Back then, storage was handled by a hard disk drive, or HDD. These were spinning disks that made noise and were relatively slow. Today, we use SSDs, solid-state drives, which have no moving parts and are much faster and more reliable. And remember floppy disks? Those little square disks that held just over 1 megabyte of data. That's about one digital photo today. We used them to transfer files between computers. Then we moved to CDs, USB drives and now, cloud storage. Services like Google Drive and Dropbox let us store gigabytes of data online, so we can access our files from anywhere in the world, without carrying anything physical with us. In the 1990s, your computer stayed in one place. Laptops existed, but they were expensive and heavy. Today, mobile computing is everywhere. Laptops are thin, light and powerful, and most of us carry smartphones in our pockets that are more powerful than the computers we used 30 years ago. Speaking of phones, let's remember what mobile phones used to be like. Big, clunky bricks with antennas. You could make a call, maybe send a basic text message, and that was about it. The screens were tiny and in black and white. Fast forward to 2007, when the iPhone launched. It changed everything. Suddenly, we had a phone that could browse the internet, play music, take photos and download apps. That was the beginning of the smartphone era. Today's phones have high-resolution touchscreens, cameras that rival professional equipment, and processors, or CPUs, that can handle gaming, video editing and multitasking. And we can connect with people around the world instantly through apps like WhatsApp, Messenger and Zoom. Now let's talk about one area where technology has quietly but dramatically changed our lives: cars. 30 years ago, cars were mostly mechanical. You turned a key to start the engine, rolled down your windows by hand, and used paper maps to find your way. The most advanced feature in many vehicles was maybe a CD player or cruise control. Today's cars are packed with technology. You press a button to start the engine, use voice commands to make phone calls, and get directions from built-in GPS systems. Many vehicles now come with touchscreen displays, Bluetooth connectivity and rear-view cameras as standard. You can pair your smartphone to your car and use apps, play music or even send a text message with your voice. Modern cars also have advanced safety features powered by computers. Things like automatic emergency braking, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring and adaptive cruise control all rely on sensors and software to help keep you safe on the road. And then there are electric vehicles, or EVs. These don't even need gas. Brands like Tesla, Hyundai, and Ford are producing electric cars that are not only cleaner for the environment but packed with smart tech too. And the biggest change of all: self-driving technology. While it's still being perfected, cars can now park themselves, and some can even drive on highways with minimal human input. It's a huge leap from where we were just a few decades ago. Cars have gone from simple machines to rolling computers on wheels. And just like with smartphones and the internet, this change is only speeding up. The important thing is that you don't have to understand all the tech, you just need to learn how it fits into your everyday life. That's what we're here to help with. Now let's look at how we communicate. In the 90s, communication meant landline phones, letters or face-to-face chats. Email was new and mostly used at work. Social media didn't exist. Now, we live in a connected world. Social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok allow us to share our lives, ideas and moments with a few clicks or taps. We have access to video calls, instant messaging, and group chats. It's easier than ever to stay connected, even when we're far apart. Education has also been transformed. 30 years ago, if you wanted to learn something, you had to go to a library, take a class or ask an expert. Today, we have access to free online courses, video tutorials and even virtual classrooms. Platforms like YouTube, Khan Academy and Coursera bring education to your fingertips. And for kids growing up today, digital learning is the norm, not the exception. Let's talk entertainment. If you grew up in the 90s, you probably remember VHS tapes and going to a rental store like Blockbuster. If you didn't rewind the tape before returning it, you'd get charged. Music came on cassettes or CDs. Fast forward to today and we stream everything. Netflix, Spotify, YouTube, Disney+, they've replaced physical media almost entirely. You don't own the music or movies, but you can access almost anything instantly, anytime, anywhere. Gaming has exploded too. In the 90s, we had simple consoles like the Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis. Games were 2D and came on cartridges. Today's games are incredibly realistic, with 3D graphics, online multiplayer features and even virtual reality or VR, which lets you step inside a game world. Gaming has gone from a niche hobby to a major global industry. Let's touch on work. 30 years ago, most office work was done on paper. Fax machines were everywhere. If you wanted to share a document, you printed it and mailed it or faxed it. Now, we work in the cloud. Cloud computing means your files, tools and data live online instead of just on your computer. Platforms like Microsoft 365, Google Workspace and Zoom make it possible to work from anywhere, collaborate in real time and stay productive whether you're in an office or at home. Remote work, once rare, is now a standard option for many companies, especially after the pandemic showed us how effective it could be. Video meetings, digital calendars and cloud storage make teamwork possible across time zones. We can't forget about smart devices. These are everyday items connected to the internet. Smart TVs, smart speakers like Alexa, smart lights, even smart fridges. We now live in homes that can respond to our voice, adjust the temperature, remind us to buy milk and even show us who's at the door from our phone. Healthcare has benefited too. We now have wearable devices like smartwatches that monitor our heart rate, steps and sleep. Doctors use digital records, telehealth appointments and advanced imaging technology that was only dreamed of 30 years ago. Finally, we need to talk about how this change can feel. It's amazing, but it can also feel overwhelming. Things change fast and it can be hard to keep up. That's exactly why this channel exists. To help you understand, in plain language, what all this technology means and how it fits into your life. Whether you're learning from scratch or just trying to stay up to date, you are welcome here. Thanks for watching How Tech. If you enjoyed this look back at how far we've come, please like the video, subscribe to the channel and share it with someone who would appreciate learning more about the tech that surrounds us every day.